In today's video, we are going to be building a painted electric bike from start to finish. The bike is back from the paint shop. You guys are going to lose your minds when you see what colour I've actually painted this bike. So, let me go and get the bike and let me reveal the colour change on the Specialized Kenevo. Let's go. Check this out. So, it is done and it is back from the paint shop. I've done it in a really subtle brown. So it's really subtle. It's sort of somewhere between grey, brown and black in different lights. It looks black. In different lights it looks brown. This light is actually quite true to its colour. So as you can see, I've painted the front end and the chainstay and the seat stay in this brown colour. With chrome parts, chrome bars, chrome brakes and Kashima parts. That is the old green colour, and I just think now that green is a little bit out of date, so I wanted to do a bit of a refresh. The bike is going to look absolutely awesome when it's done. So we did get some content changing the colour of the bike, so we're going to move over to the paint shop and I'll see you guys back here shortly. The beast is ready for paint, completely sanded down. We are gonna leave the bearings in. We're gonna mask these up, seeing it's only spray paint that we're putting on the frame. Both the chainstay and the seat stay are all ready to go. So check it out. I'm just waiting for Trav to get back, and then I'll show you the painting procedure. So stay tuned, where Mr. TA himself is going to paint my bike for me. Weeks since I filmed that content, because I wanted to do the bike workshop first before we got into actually building the bike. So the first thing we've got to do right now is we've got to put the frame back together. Cheeky little interruption in today's bike build video. Free cap with every hoodie or t-shirt is the new crazy deal on Owner right now. So perfect for post riding, when you're working on your bike, when you're going for a drive. Make sure you grab a free snapback cap with any t-shirt or any hoodie on Owner right now. Let's get straight back to the bike build video. Okay, so I've got this absolute pile of stuff. This one, even though you can't really read it, says drop a cable. This one says seat stay to linkage suspension joint, and it's got all them caps and bolts in. Now, all I'm doing right now is all the stuff that I've got is pretty shit. Like, look at it, everything's super dirty and grimy. You have to think there's like 2 years of riding on this bike, and I've not really done that much to actually look after it. So I think what I'm gonna do is just clean everything down. Totally clean everything before I put it all back in with some fresh grease on it. That is my overall plan. Like, a lot of this stuff, it's not even oil, it's actually dirt, like actual MTB dirt. So I'm running on pretty limited resources. Like, I know ideally you're probably meant to use like a different lube than all weather lube, but you know what, the way this bike was, I don't think I can lose by just putting anything on this thing. Okay, so I'm putting the first linkage back together, and seems okay so far. Fastening this up once we can get this to go in. Right, let's get this thing in its place. Pit stop, I've got myself a brew. Things are about to get really hectic. So, we are about to put the brain back in the bike. And to do this, we have to run two of the main power cables. One is going to go direct to the motor, like so, in here, down there, okay, so one is going to come out here and go down towards the motor, and the next one is the button that starts the bike at your handlebars. Oh yeah, it's back on. Frame is super dirty, but don't stress, we'll clean it down at the end. But as you can see, it's like a dark chocolate brown. And there is my screen back in. So this one comes out and goes up to the handlebars, and this one goes to the motor to power it up. This one goes down here and out here. There you go, and then that into the motor. When you guys are watching this video, I'm building this bike on Monday and I'm leaving on Friday to go to the Scottish Islands. In fact, by the time you're watching this video, I've probably already been. I'm probably already home. However, I've not unloaded my mountain bike stuff yet, so I just finished this studio yesterday to build this bike. However, I do want to get better grease. I'm still running some crusty arse cheap grease, but I want to get some proper bike grease by a reputable brand. However, this is my favourite part because we are about to add some Kashima. So all the cables are run other than the rear brake, because we're going to deal with that when we actually put brakes on it. But right now I'm going to put forks back on this bike. Old headset is minging. Check this out. Now, there ain't much point in having a bike workshop that looks like that if you're going to ride around. Oh my god, just knock my camera over. If you're going to ride around with a headset that looks like that. So I'm going to strip this and clean it and then install it. GT85 just to clean everything, and then I'm re-greasing it, but it stinks, this GT85. I probably should just get a new headset because this headset looks like it's seen better days. But if it's not broke, don't fix it. Honestly, I am an advocate of that. I don't really waste that much money these days. I'll run a headset until it actually needs fixing. I won't just put a headset on for the sake of it. I have a lot of Kashima for this bike. A lot. And if you remember, I cut my steerer nice and short. Headset on so that everything just stays on. Oh my days. What do you guys think? The brown, the black, the Kashima, and then imagine it with loads of chrome. It is going to look absolutely insane, this bike. It already looks so sick. Wow, look at the brown. How sick, how actually sick does the brown look? So cool. I'm going to take my camera off the pod and I'm going to show you so you can see the wheel and everything. Looks insane. Oh my days, this is a pretty looking bike. Look at the brown mixed in with the Kashima, a bit of natural dirt, and I've got chrome bars, stem, spacers, bit of chrome on my rear shock, I've got chrome hope brakes and discs, I've got chrome cranks, pedals, I've got a Kashima dropper, I've got loads of new parts to go on this bike. But that gives you an idea of the colour. Okay, so I think the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to put the rear wheel in just to balance the bike and take a bit of pressure off the dropper. And I think realistically, until I run my rear brake, which I'm not going to do right now, the back wheel can go on. Nothing else needs attention, so let's do that. So I've got to break this mech hanger to be able to fit the mech to the frame before the wheel. I've cleaned the mech hanger on the rear wheel. We can then put my shagged mech back on, which is absolutely done. Finished. Up into the dropout. Quite simple without a brake. Check that. Okay. So, the beast is coming on. How cool does my bike look? In brown. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to reinstall my motor and my battery. I've just realised, obviously I've painted this bike and I've just realised that this part is touching my frame, and obviously it's only car paint, Trav paints cars, so what I don't want to do is I don't want to damage the paint work on it, so I'm going to install the shock now temporarily just to take a bit of pressure off there. With a shock in it, it'll be living the dream. Okay, so I realised I had to fix my dropper, so I undone this, greased my dropper, clipped it in at the bottom, put my lever back on, and now I'm just pulling the cable a little tighter because it doesn't seem very tight. I'm going to undo it and I'm going to pull it. Ow! That was so bad. Just got smashed in the face by them. Fucking hell. And now my fucking cable's come out. Oh, that was really bad. Don't do it that way. Okay. So, thing I'm going to do is keep these out of the way. I am about 10 attempts deep on fitting this cap nice. It does seem like it's actually getting a lot nicer. However, the only thing I would say is, I don't know whether it's like a bit twisted or something. Okay, battery time. These can be quite stiff to get in actually. I think it's quite a tight squeeze, but once they're in, they're sort of in. Nice. Just one bolt at the bottom, what tightens up the battery. I've connected the port. Okay, moment of truth. Does it come on? Oh, it's on. Does the battery show connection? Everything looks okay. Controller works. It looks insane. 10 out of 10. That has come out even better than I thought it was going to come out. The shock works really well on it. The tyres dirty as even works on the brown. Is a really mountain bike. I know that's a bit of a weird thing to say, but it really has transformed the bike. Sick. Wait till I start putting more Kashima and more chrome on this bike. So let's flip yous around. I'll show you where we're at. Nice. Check it out. It's got that sheen to it that I wanted from like a matte finish. Kashima looks really good on it. Little details like the front of my shock and my stanchion and the shaft in my shock is going to go really well. I'm going to try and put a full chrome bolt kit throughout the whole bike. Kashima dropper, Hope silver cranks, Hope rear brakes. How sick is that? It looks 10 out of 10 sick. So, it is done. That is a wrap. There is one thing missing on this bike, and it is my rear cable that goes from this lever through the frame to the rear caliper. That's because in the next episode we are going to be doing the very next mods to this bike. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. That is the end of a bike build video. The beast is done and we are ready for about 10 episodes of modifications to this bad boy over the next couple of months. I want the sickest Kenevo you've ever seen in the next couple of months, so I'm really excited. That's going to be a wrap for today's episode. Go and support my brand owner if you want to support what I do. There is a crazy deal right now, which is a free snapback cap, including this one. This is the new one. Add your favourite cap to your basket, add your favourite t-shirt or hoodie to your basket, and you'll get your snapback cap completely free. So choose any cap, choose any upper half clothing, and you'll get your cap completely free. Ownerofficial.com or Google us, we're right at the top. Appreciate you guys supporting the brand. I'll see you in the next episode.